Hi everyone, welcome to a new video going through PMI's 5th edition of the Standards for Program Management. Today we continue and hopefully finish the 5th Program Management Performance domain, collaboration. In the last video, we went through the collaboration performance domain definition and what are the 7 collaboration factors. In today's video, I plan to cover the remaining 2 sections under this performance domain, and these are collaboration for benefits and value delivery planning, program components and activities collaboration. This is Project Management Illustrated and me, Ahmed Amir. In the previous video, we mentioned how PMI splits the collaboration performance domain into 3 sections: collaboration factors impacting program success, collaboration for benefits and value delivery planning, program components and activities collaboration. In the same video, we covered the 7 collaboration factors of engagement, alignment, complexity, transparency, consultation, culture, and empathy. We talked about how these factors can affect positively or negatively program collaboration. We also covered how they are linked with the 8 program management principles. Before we start talking about the second section of the collaboration performance domain, let me remind you of the following points. The primary goal of any program is to deliver benefits. Those benefits build cumulative value over time. A program's value comes from everything it delivers, whether these are the measurable benefits you can count, quantifiable benefits, or the meaningful benefits you can feel, qualifiable benefits. It is the full package of benefits, both measurable or tangible and perceived or intangible, that add up to the program's value. Program's value is cultivated, not casually acquired. It goes through careful planning, continuous strategic alignment, and focused execution at the organizational and/or portfolio levels. Delivering a system for value is obtained over a series of outcomes throughout the program's life cycle. A program's value is not necessarily limited to benefits alone. Other factors can be in the form of how capable and well-resourced the program team is, the program's non-measurable or intangible value to the organization, and the potential outcomes the program can achieve throughout its life cycle. PMI shares this figure to see how organizational strategy at the portfolio level drives collaboration. Planning at the organizational and portfolio levels is guided by strategic goals, which are shaped by the organization's purpose, vision, and mission. Strategic goals define what value the organization expects from its programs and are translated into specific benefits delivered through program execution. If you have a sharp memory, then you might have recollected already that we have gone through a similar figure while covering Chapter 1 of the standard. The figure shows how operations and programs and projects serve portfolio management through their recurring or projectized activities, respectively. Both figures try to demonstrate that goals, targets, and value expectations at the organizational and portfolio levels need to be broken down into program value elements and clear and measurable outcomes. This helps ensure program benefits are properly planned and realized. Benefits management performance domain drives this process by identifying and prioritizing program components and interdependencies. To get the most value while doing this, a collaboration plan should also be included so that synergies among program components are captured and used effectively. In our very first video, we mentioned that any program comprises of related projects, subsidiary programs, and program activities managed in a coordinated manner to obtain benefits not available from managing them individually. Despite whether these benefits are tangible or intangible, program managers should clearly understand how collaboration can increase benefits and improve organizational value. Having a constructive collaboration plan along with a good benefits understanding will enable you as a program manager to effectively tailor program management principles for the successful delivery of the program benefits. The target collaboration should be across the program management performance domains. It starts with understanding the program's organizational capacity and capability, which may be managed at the portfolio level. Collaboration should cover program shortfalls. It can be with internal and or external organizations. It also entails resolving conflicts and balancing the program across expectations, benefits, and evolving challenges, such as constraints, assumptions, issues, risks, and opportunities. These expectations and challenges should form the foundation of the program management plan development within the lifecycle management performance domain, which I plan to start covering in our next video. And since any change in the program's expected benefits and their realization should be reflected in the program management plan, we can expect that adjustments may be reflected in the collaboration plan. During any program planning and when it comes to dependencies and leveraging possible synergies, proactivity is key. The program manager is responsible for understanding and enabling the planning of underlying projects and program components by managing the appropriate level of collaboration among teams and stakeholders. Effective collaboration at the program level involves engaging with diverse teams across the value chain in a lean fashion and providing support for their plans to ensure alignment and adaptability to program needs. Be mindful that governance is key to planning because it sets the framework for how the program is planned and updated as synergies are used to rebalance it. As the program is continuously balanced, the program manager should work across the governance structure to help achieve strategic alignment and value delivery. Now we move to the last section under the collaboration performance domain, program components and activities collaboration. Let's remind ourselves that the program's expected benefits and outcomes must align with the organization's strategic objectives and the portfolio's plans. I am trying to put this on the figure that we shared 2 slides back to make sure it is easier to visualize. This alignment creates a collaboration chain that links organizational goals to program deliverables and outcomes. Achieving this requires a dynamic collaboration process. This process integrates the organization's vision, mission, and strategy with the program's targeted benefits and outcomes. It also accounts for the necessary capabilities, capacity, resources, pace, and partnerships essential for the success of the program and its components. What we are trying to explain here is that the success of collaboration at the project and component levels depends on strong working relationships among subsidiary programs, program activities, project managers, operations managers, component managers, teams, and their respective stakeholders. Effective communication across these groups is essential at the project level. Collaboration must be supported by thorough business and system analysis conducted in line with the principle of progressive elaboration of requirements. This should be followed by robust change control processes to manage scope and generally maintain requirements baselines. All of this takes us to you, program managers, who have the effective oversight of this process with proper leadership through the governance framework performance domain. Program managers should make sure collaboration supports the overall demands and goals of program benefits, since program components managers do not have the required visibility of these benefits. Subsidiary programs, projects, and components often pursue their individual successes by following their respective life cycle processes. However, they may not always take into account the higher level benefits and goals of the overarching program. I used this photo to give a good example of how a program manager can have a different lens looking at how the program is progressing compared to the individual projects and components managers. You can spot some are doing a good job or approaching a conflict soon. Program components may follow their own distinct or tailored approaches for execution, such as specific agile or lean approaches. These approaches are typically intended to improve the overall effectiveness and efficiency for each project or component execution, and that's it. So you may agree that conflicts may arise when the needs of program components are not aligned with those of the overall program. In such cases, a component's attempt to reduce its own challenges could, under certain conditions of course, increase the program's overall challenges or even contribute to potential failure. It's the program manager's responsibility to balance the individual demands and goals of each component with the overarching demands of the program. The program management function must ensure that isolated optimization efforts or efficiency initiatives carried out by individual program components and activities do not create challenges for other components or disrupt the balance of the program's benefits realization goals. In other words, the program manager's primary objective is to ensure the success of the program even if some individual components do not. The balancing aspect of collaboration stresses this one thing. Even when scope management, communications management, stakeholder engagement, and governance procedures are properly executed, the program must still be balanced in terms of its overall benefits realization pace and value delivery schedule. Let's go back to the two swimmers in the picture who are about to bump into each other. It's a good reminder of why setting the right pace matters. This pace should consider external factors such as capabilities and resource capacity. At the end of this performance domain, we can see that the collaboration performance domain stresses essential interpersonal skills. These can include empathy, constructive communication, and proactive engagement. This goes alongside critical corporate practices such as transparency, risk awareness, and the cultivation of trust and respect. Collaboration is embedded throughout every aspect of a program, regardless of its focus area or the specific expertise of stakeholders. As we are used to by now, at the end of every performance domain, let's see which program management principles and performance domains the collaboration performance domain interacts with. The collaboration performance domain interacts with the governance, synergy, and team of teams program management principles, as well as the benefits management, governance framework, strategic alignment, stakeholder engagement, and life cycle management performance domains. Some may have anticipated this already. The collaboration performance domain interacts with all other performance domains. Throughout this video and the previous one, we covered the three sections of the collaboration performance domain. We started with the 7 collaboration factors in the last video, and today we covered the collaboration for benefits and value delivery along with the program components and activities collaboration. Again, this is the newly introduced performance domain in the 5th edition of the standard. As the PgMP exam handbook is not updated yet by the PMI, I'm not sure how many questions are intended to cover this performance domain in the PgMP exam. Please pay an extra attention to this domain during your studies and do not hesitate to reach out if you have any questions or comments. At this point, we have completed the 5th performance domain in the standard, a great milestone worth celebrating. Thank you for staying on this journey with me, and if you have not subscribed yet, now is a good time to do so. Your engagement keeps me going. Again, if you have any questions or want to share your thoughts, leave a comment below or direct message me on LinkedIn, and I will make sure to reply to each one. Bye for now.